Well, Mother Nature certainly is serving up a little bit of September shade across eastern Canada. It's been cool. The northwesterly wind has been strong. You're taking a look at the big nickel there in Sudbury, Ontario. This was taken on Saturday. We're not too far from here, just a little further to the north along Highway 11 and Highway 63. We actually tracked the first snowflakes of the season. We saw Mississauga, Pearson, only 16 degrees on Saturday. The low was 8, where Calgary got up to 31. Beach volleyball has been the story across Vancouver. Rhythm, depending on where you are across the country, it certainly has been a really different story, and we're seeing that again with the numbers across Canada on this Sunday.
Absolutely, Rachel. When we take a look at those temperature anomalies across Canada for Sunday, well, quite significant of a divide across the west. Those temperatures 8 to 10 degrees above seasonal, and then in the east, you're getting a taste of fall right across this weekend that we've already seen below seasonal temperatures there.
Now, we know that the heat is going to shift. So if you don't like the weather you have now, it's pretty much a guarantee it's gonna change.
Absolutely. And one of the reasons that we see so much of that heat for the beginning half of this week is because of that jet stream. It's further towards the western end of Canada, bringing that southerly heat. But as we're heading towards the mid to the late half of the week, that's when that pattern is completely changing. That heat and those above seasonal temperatures are going to be ushered into Manitoba and right across eastern Canada, whereas the west in BC, for example, you're going to have to put that volleyball away because temperatures are going to be a little bit more cooler.
Absolutely. You know, we look at Edmonton, 31 degrees today, 19 as we go into tomorrow, and then a bit of a rainy pattern moving in. So Rhythm, when we talk about this heat, the 30s are on the move. How are we sustaining these 30s into the second week of September?
A lot of the times when we talk about the warmth, we'll talk about it in the sense that the jet stream is moving. But another key component is those warmer sea surface temperatures. Taking a look at some of those sea surface temperatures across eastern Canada, we do see them being significantly warmer comparative to the west. But taking a look at both ends of the coast, we have above normal sea temperatures. So that increased in warmer temperatures, that's what's leading us into some of those warmer temperatures hanging around for the month of September as well. So that's where kind of that aspect of how the ocean plays a role in the atmosphere comes into play.
It's so interesting to look at September temperatures because you really don't know what you're going to get. It can be a wild card month, just like we can see through October and November. So let's put some of those numbers into perspective for Canadians.
Well, as we take a look for Sunday, for today, we are going to be looking at 13 degrees above seasonal in places like Edmonton, 31. As we look over into Calgary, 30. But this is where that shift comes into play. When we head into next Sunday, you can kind of see all of that heat dominating right across the east. Those temperatures above seasonal, almost giving summer-like, but luckily we will not be seeing those 30-degree temperatures across the east. But in the west, autumn is going to be dominating, and it's going to be below seasonal temperatures with Edmonton at around 16 degrees for next Sunday.
Now, it really is impressive because we've seen Calgary through the first half of September get some of their biggest snowstorms. Now this year, they're getting the 30s. Let's talk about precipitation over the next 10 days and sort of what that pattern could look like.
Now, across eastern Canada, some people may be a little bit happier about what we're looking at in terms of precipitation, especially when we take a look across Manitoba into Ontario and Atlantic Canada. Since we're going to have high pressure in place, that is going to mean more sunny conditions. But a little bit of a wetter pattern can be expected for the southern regions of the western end of the prairies, and that might trickle into fall as well.
All right, Rhythm, thanks so much for breaking that down.